very enriching,
Be eye-opening.
Unconventional, yet rewarding.
Enriching.
Fulfilling.
An amazing experience and a stroke of serendipity.
I joined Ureca because I found it to be a very interesting experience, because when I saw the list, there was like different projects that not all of them were from my school. I could take anything outside of my major, and I think that was a big factor that made me want to join Ureca, as I wanted to learn more about content outside of my major.
I've always been interested in research since young, but I never tried out engineering research. So I decided to confirm it for myself that this was the path that I wanted to take.
Funnily enough, I joined Ureca almost as an afterthought. I saw a research topic that I thought was super interesting and I just went for it. But then it became almost a 2-year-long project because I started with Ureca and then I proceeded onwards to FYP Ureca, which is the poster that is being presented today.
So after taking a basic data science module in NTU, I find myself interested in it and decided to delve deeper into this field. Therefore, I would like to find an opportunity to apply my theoretical knowledge into a real-life project, and Ureca provided me with this opportunity.
I wanted to get a taster of how research work is like, especially since I am keen on pursuing a PhD in the future.
Research has been, something that I've always been fascinated by, and I wanted to get a real taste for research, and Ureca seemed to be the perfect opportunity to do that. I also became interested eventually in satellites and telescopes, and that's where I got the idea to do my Ureca research on satellites that observe the Earth and can help predict weather and monitor the air quality.
I do consider Ureca as a field to nurture future and young researchers such as you and I. So I joined Ureca in order to experience this holistic research process. So we humans, we're actually cognitive misers. We do think and solve problems in the simplest way possible. Hence, I joined Ureca in order to challenge this habit and to contribute to current findings and to make them more relevant to the turbulent world.
It's probably when the project comes together, when we finalize the report, because at the start there's a lot of data and sometimes it can be quite overwhelming and confusing. But after that, it's like when you do the report and everything comes really nicely. I think that's the aha moment. My favorite part of Ureca is probably the weekly meetings with my professors, as we got to discuss the project and see it move forward.
When I finally succeeded in making my composite after failing for months.
The biggest was being able to perform field work both in Singapore and overseas in Malacca because of Ureca funding and support.
My favorite part of Ureca would be when I was developing the model for my project. So as my project is on educational predictive modeling, I had to use machine learning algorithms to predict students' future grades. And it was very satisfying to see the accuracy of the model gradually improving as I try different techniques.
My team got together to help me solve a problem I couldn't solve myself.
When I saw the words hyperspectral microwave sounder based on a Fourier transform spectrometer written on my Ureca research paper, and this was my recommendation, and I was as surprised and perplexed as anyone else would be, because I didn't think I could come up with a good recommendation that solved all the problems that were outlined. So this was truly, my favorite part of my Ureca journey.
As you can see, it's the crafting of the message. So this message is to portray to the tertiary students. So being a tertiary student myself, I'm amidst this crowd known as the Generation Z or the digital natives. Hence, I do feel that a new and novel message medium will be able to appeal to them better, and hence I decided to put this into my Ureca, and this is my aha moment.
I would still take up Ureca. So after the first time, I was afraid to take it up the second time, because as I move on to year 3, I was a bit scared that the content was going to get overwhelming and I might not be able to handle it. But I still took it up after the ICA Ureca event, as I felt that it was such a good experience and I wanted to experience it all over again. So if I could do it the third time, I would still do it.
I would still take up Ureca because I learned a lot about research myself and I picked up a lot of skills. The people that I met through Ureca were also very inspiring and taught me a lot, especially my mentor.
I would say yes, and maybe even do it a third time.
If I have another chance again, I will definitely take up Ureca, as even though I'm not considering research as a career in the future, the problem-solving skills and critical thinking skills that I've acquired from it are invaluable to me, and I believe I would even use them in the workplace in the future as well.
I would still take up Ureca because I really enjoyed the project and I really love my team.
Absolutely, I would.
Yes, of course, I will take up Ureca again because undeniably, Ureca is the best opportunity for me to put and learn my interdisciplinary skills into action.
Don't be afraid and just try, because I think you really learn a lot when you try new things and explore. And don't be afraid if you have questions or like differing viewpoints from your professors, as they are very understanding, and when you put your different ideas out on the table, I think everyone learns more.
For those interested in research, if you've ever considered research as a future career path, Ureca is an excellent opportunity with mentorship along the way, which helps tremendously. The journey may not be easy, but it'll be worthwhile.
Go for it and be brave enough to put your unique stamp onto your project. Don't doubt yourself when you think that your ideas might be strange or unconventional or unacceptable. For instance, my own research looks at ghost stories in the context of Kristang, an endangered language in Singapore. So whatever you think is out there, I encourage you to just try, because it's rare to find this level of support on an undergraduate level.
Do not hesitate, because even though you may not consider research as a potential career in the future, the skills you learn will be invaluable. And also, it also serves as an avenue for self-discovery, as you will never know whether you are interested in research or not until you try it. Yeah, so I would say don't hesitate and give it your best shot.
Would be that how much you get out of a project would be contingent on how much you're willing to give.
Build a good rapport with your supervisors and professors. I cannot emphasize this enough. The amount of opportunities that I've received, the different experiences that I've managed to take part in because of my association with my professor are just immense, and they're really treasure troves of insights and experience, and you should really leverage this resource that you've been provided with. When it comes to research, I would also argue that do not be afraid to speak your mind. Question every single thing that you see. Do not accept things for a fact. And also make sure that the project that you choose is something that really drives you and something that you're really passionate about. And remember, in research, it's all about being flexible, it's about being adaptable, because nothing is set in stone. Make sure that your research is nothing but a pursuit of the purest and highest form of truth.
Yes, you should not hesitate and to sign up for Ureca now. Because being invited to be part of Ureca itself is a form of recognition for your academic performance or success. Hence, why not just give yourself a stretch further and to make this meaningful impact in the research field?